Anybody that I deal with, even right now today, I've changed completely, but a lot of people won't see it. They won't see the man that I became. They'll only see the boy I left behind.
Because everyone goes back to the same corner, the same street that they grew up on. Your neighborhood's not going to have evolved with you, especially if you've been in prison for a really long time and you've worked on yourself. When you're released, you're not released into a community that supports who you were in prison. You're released back to the community that supported the person who ended up in prison to begin with.
Getting used to people. Getting used to people. Getting used to being around people that don't have hidden motives or hidden agendas. And just like, I guess, reiterating back into society. Can you trust this person? Does this person have good intentions? What is his motive? What are they after? Why are they consulting me? Why are they around me?
You come out and say look for a job and all that, but sometimes the job don't find you. The biggest thing is just trying to like integrate, really like to get back to making money, to get back to like getting yourself back together. That'd be the hardest part without doing something wrong to go back to jail. You know what I'm saying? That'd be the biggest thing.
Because no one wants to hire you, right? The criminal conviction is a stigma. It's the scarlet S, right? It's something that's branded on top of you, and it says to the whole world that you didn't respect the laws that keep us all safe from each other. You can't have certain housing. You don't qualify for certain Section 8 housing. You don't qualify for certain grants. You don't qualify for certain welfare entitlements. And no one wants to hire you. Collateral consequences of your conviction that aren't told to you, that will last forever. When our society says, if you pay your debt is paid, we believe that you can re-enter. But they're lying, because they make it impossible to re-enter.
I know two individuals that have been incarcerated. My nephew and a young man that lived in the community for more than several years, named Michael Roberts. My nephew and Michael was incarcerated for theft, for grand theft. When I first met Michael, he was in middle school, and my daughter was also in middle school, and he was living across the street from my family. He told me when he first got out of prison, he came to my home, but I wasn't here. And then he said that he came back about a year later and he knocked on the door. And at the time, he was homeless. When Michael came into my home and we started getting his ID and we got his Social Security card, I did not know that when you went to jail, especially for stealing, grand theft, that there was this thing called restitution. I did not know that they had to make restitution. And I believe that he just lost hope. And he just felt like he couldn't overcome that challenge that he was facing with Broward County. And that just caused him to go back out and commit more crimes.
When I came out, everybody in my ninth grade, yeah, they was like in their senior year. So I just got a job instead of doing that. But it was like, I ain't had no education. I ain't had nothing. So when I got it in prison, to walk across that stage with that little cap and gown, that was at least something. I did something. So I got it under my belt. At least I got, a general diploma. It might not be a regular high school diploma, but it's equivalent.
That's one thing I know, that what Michael told me, he did a lot of reading, but he didn't get his GED. Isaiah got his GED. And he told me when he got out, he went to this restaurant and he learned how to do the food. He even became like a little supervisor. So that was my main thing with Mike. I was just trying to push him to get his GED, to try to get him in school. And that's the difference. Isaiah's really trying to get to a place where he can stand on his feet?
My dad told me, he was like, look, boy, I'm tired of you going back and forth to that chain gang. We got a job for you. And I was like, all right. I went out there and I filled out the application. And they hired me immediately, and I started working. And I called a friend of mine, and I was like, yo, check this out, man. This asphalt too hard for me. I ain't doing this work. And he was like, look, man, you just got out. Give it a chance. I tell you what, you give me 2 weeks, and after the 2 weeks, if you still feel the same way, I'll give you your first package. And I was like, all right, bet. And the 2 weeks rolled around, and he called me, and he was like, yo, Black, you ready to make them moves? And I was like, nah, dog, I gotta go work in the morning. I'm good. And I guess that's just what changed me, just like, honestly, giving it a chance.
People are never as bad as the worst thing they've done or as good as the best thing they've done, right? So it's not about being a good person. It's about enabling somebody to continue to make the right choices, right? Every day make the right choices. The kind of support you need are people who are making the right choices. And you only really need one person to believe in you. The communities have to lead. The people inside those communities have to be the leaders. It can't be people who come in from the outside to create these perfect ideas of reentry halfway houses. It has to be the community.
The only thing I would just advise someone to do is do what I did. If God leads someone like Michael to you, you do what you can. That's what I did. I did what I could, the best that I could. I gave Michael my all. And so it affected me. I mean, it hurt. Seeing his picture and his face, it hurt. But I know I did my best. And so I just prayed that what I planted in his life, that God would give an opportunity for somebody to water it, and it would bring the increase that I want to see in his life.
They were there. Like my mom and my brother, like my daddy, he got sick. My daddy was sick before I had, like during my first bid. Cause I done been to jail 3 times. We just bumped heads a lot, you know what I'm saying? So when he got sick, I went in again. He died eventually while I was, incarcerated. So like, I don't know. I mean, and I'm really thankful. I mean, I came back out here and I was able to get back, because I was away from my son for 4 years when he was first born. But we actually get a little relationship now. But my daughter, she 2 years old. I've been with her every day since she came out of that womb. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm thankful for that. Them kids affected me the greatest, man. They keep me. I can't go to jail. I ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I gotta be here for them.
Fatherhood is a chance for you to give your kids guidance and experience through the things that you went through, so that they don't walk your path or make the same mistakes that you made. I guess it's just being there and giving them good advice, loving them unconditionally and letting them know that you may make mistakes and you may do bad things, but we correct those actions to where you don't have to do that no more, or it doesn't feel appealing or easy to you.
I've been living in this home for 32 years, and I raised my 4 children. But so many children around me was different from my children. And God said, your 4 and all the more that I see your way. And so that's how I see Michael. I see him as my son. And I still love him. And I'm just hoping for the best for him.
There's somebody in your community who understands what you've been through. They truly understand how hard it is to continue being a good person when there are no structures and boundaries in place that the prison has provided for however long. Find that person, because you can You can survive. You can live the life that you want to live. It is 100% possible. It is just very difficult to do.
Don't do it. Don't do it. If I had a chance to go back and talk to the younger me, being the person that I am today, I would explain to him, like, look, it's going to get hard and things are going to be rough. And the discreet money is going to look real good. But if you hold on, stay in school, and follow your dreams that you set before you back then, you'll make it. And you won't have to be 50 still working in the sun.
Just focus on yourself. Don't worry about nothing else but yourself, bro. That's it. And you'll be okay. Love yourself and you'll be all right. For real.